Okay, on to the Excel examples. Here on the price waterfall sheet is an example of a simple price waterfall. You can see that it starts here on the left with a list amount. There are 3 discounts that are taken off: a standard distributor discount, a freight discount, and a sales negotiated discount. Which is, it's always important to put in the sales negotiation or tactical discount separately. When you subtract those 3 items off, that gives you the invoice amount, the actual amount that shows up on the invoice for the customer. And then at some point after the sale, you have rebates, off-invoice rebates that come in. In this case, there's an annual volume rebate, which is most likely offered in regards to the customer actually meeting some volume goal that's set for them. And there is also an early payment rebate. If they pay their bill early, they're going to get a discount. When you subtract off the rebates from the invoice amount, that brings you down to your actual pocket revenue. When you subtract off your marginal cost, that gets you down to your actual pocket profits. So if you go all the way over to the far left, this is the actual data set that we're going to be working with today. There are 777 records there. A couple of different just really marketing variables here: customer, region, product category, all that good stuff. For what we're actually going to be plugging in for our price waterfall, I'm going to look here in column O. That's where your list amount starts. That's your actual list price. Over here you have your 3 discounts that are being taken off. Subtract those 3 off of the list amount. That gets you to your invoice amount. And then after that, you have your 2 rebates that are taken off. That gets you to pocket revenue. Marginal cost right here, subtract that off of the pocket revenue. That gets you their pocket profit. I'm sure you can see that just looking at numbers in a spreadsheet like this, it doesn't really show you anything. But the visualization, that very succinctly summarizes what's happening with your entire data set. Now, there are 3 main price waterfall examples that I'm going to take you through. Number 1, I'm going to show you just how to create the very simple price waterfall that I displayed. Number 2, we're going to review if you have at least Excel 2016, well, 2016 or later, then you'll have access to a built-in price waterfall chart. And then finally, I want to show you what are some of the results you can get if you do decide to, in this example, to create different price waterfalls based on the different regions that you have in your data set. Now, for that final example with going through the various regions, I find it a lot easier to throw all of my data into a pivot table. And your second sheet, that's where the pivot table resides. Now, with a pivot table, it might be a little bit of overkill using a pivot table if you're only creating a single price waterfall chart. But if you are going to create a dozen price waterfall charts and create them based on different marketing variables, any type of slicing and dicing that you want to do with your data, if you want to really dive into that deeply, then throwing everything into a pivot table is a very good idea. So I'll take you through that process, but once again, if you're only creating a single price waterfall chart, you can probably skip the pivot table.